Best opponents for Johnny Cage's first fight in Mortal Kombat 2. Without a doubt, Johnny Cage is the most anticipated character appearing in Mortal Kombat 2. There will be several new characters in Mortal Kombat 2, such as Shao Kahn, Katana, Quan Chi, Baraka, and several more. All of these characters are exciting, but fans have been waiting to see Johnny Cage since the movie poster teased at the end of the 2021's Mortal Kombat. At the end of the first film, Cole Young set out to recruit Johnny Cage to be an Earth Realm champion, which means the fan favorite character will compete in the tournament in the sequel. The upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 will be a very high stakes movie since Shao Kahn will invade Earth Realm if Reina's champions lose the tournament. Therefore, Johnny Cage and the Earth Realm Warriors will have the work cut out for them in the film. According to early details about the sequel, Johnny Cage might even be the main character in Mortal Kombat 2, which makes sense since he will be played by an acclaimed actor, Karl Urban. Because of this, I'm even more excited to watch Johnny Cage's in Mortal Kombat 2, and here are 6 options for his first opponent. Even though Cole Young will fight for Earth Realm in a sequel, it's not uncommon for allies to fight each other in Mortal Kombat franchises. Therefore, there's a chance that Cole Young's first encounter with Johnny Cage will take an unexpected turn since he left to find a Hollywood star at the end of the first movie. Cole Young will seemingly be the first person to meet Johnny Cage in the sequel. However, Johnny Cage's cocky personality might rub Cole the wrong way. By the end of the Mortal Kombat 2, Johnny Cage will likely undergo some character development and start to get along with the other Earth Realm fighters. However, at the start of the movie, there's a chance that he may challenge Cole to a fight. If the movie does take this route, then Johnny Cage's fighting abilities will be shown very early. This seems like a strong possibility, but there are a lot of other better options for Johnny Cage's first opponent in Mortal Kombat 2. If Johnny Cage doesn't end up fighting Cole Young, there's a chance he could take on a different Earth Realm champion, Jax Briggs. After arriving at Reina's temple, Sonya and Jax will definitely be wary of Johnny Cage, especially since his personality is somewhat similar to Kano's, who betrayed them in the first movie. Therefore, there's a chance that Johnny Cage will make an uncalled for joke very quickly that may not be received well by characters like Sonya and Jax. If this joke happens to be at Sonya's expense, I think there's a strong likelihood that Jax will challenge Johnny Cage to a fight to defend her honor. Jax was mostly sidelined in the first movie after losing to Sub-Zero, so this potential fight will also give him some more screen time in the sequel. There's also a chance that this fight will lead to Johnny Cage unlocking his Arcana before the Mortal Kombat tournament begins. Since all of the characters have already received their powers, this is something that Johnny Cage needs to do quickly in Mortal Kombat 2. Speaking of Sub-Zero, he will technically return in Mortal Kombat 2. Ahead of the film's release, it has been confirmed that Louis Tan will once again appear in Mortal Kombat 2, but not as Bi-Han, Sub-Zero. Instead, Quan Chi will resurrect Bi-Han as the shadow assassin known as Noob Saibot in the sequel. Additionally, there's a strong chance that characters like Kano, Mileena, and Goro will also be resurrected by the NetherRealm Sorcerer in the upcoming movie after dying in the first film. When the tournament begins in Mortal Kombat 2, there's a chance that all of the resurrected characters will show up together to confront the Earth Realm Warriors. If this does happen, then Noob Saibot may step up and challenge one of them to a fight. Johnny Cage and Noob Saibot fighting at the start of the tournament would allow both of them to show off their new abilities. Therefore, this could be a fascinating fight to watch in the sequel. Instead of fighting Noob Saibot, there's a chance that Johnny Cage, with the help of his cocky attitude, will challenge the sorcerer responsible for bringing several characters back from the dead if Johnny Cage does end up challenging Quan Chi near the start of the movie tournament. He will likely have to be helped by the other Earthrealm champions. After all, Quan Chi is one of the strongest characters in Mortal Kombat franchise, and may even emerge as one of the main villains in the future movies. Since Quan Chi is such a powerful opponent, there's a chance that the writer of the sequel will keep Johnny Cage away from him. However, it's also possible that growing overwhelmed and desperate in a fight against Quan Chi will lead to Johnny Cage unlocking his Arcana. That is, if he didn't already unlock his powers at Raiden's temple. Overall, this fight might be a little too mismatched at the start of the sequel, but it would be a great scene. Well, it would be great since fans have been waiting to see Quan Chi in live action since '97's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Did he appear in the second film? Because the last time I've seen Quan Chi live, it was in Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. That's literally the only time I've seen him in that crappy game, in my opinion. Since Quan Chi is a major villain in the Mortal Kombat franchise, the upcoming sequel may not pin him against Johnny Cage so soon. However, Baraka will be a great opponent for Johnny Cage at the start of the tournament. Like most Outworld warriors, Baraka will quickly humble Johnny Cage and likely make him rethink his strategy in the Mortal Kombat tournament. In the video games, Baraka is the leader of Tikran and Horror, who reside in the waterlands of Outworld. As Tikran, Baraka has razor-sharp teeth similar to Melina from the first movie and blades that stick up from his arms. In most games, Baraka is loyal to Shao Kahn, which suggests the Outworld Emperor will rely on him in the upcoming movie. Therefore, it would not be surprising if Baraka is Johnny Cage's first opponent in Mortal Kombat 2. In most Mortal Kombat games, Johnny Cage and his outspoken demeanor steals the show. However, since he did not appear in the first Mortal Kombat movie, Kano was the standout character. Facts. In the first film, Kano constantly cracked jokes and bickered with Earthrealm's other champions until he eventually decided to betray them more like turn heel. Upon returning from the dead in Mortal Kombat 2, Kano will definitely be completely loyal to Outworld. Therefore, Kano will likely be more of a villain in Mortal Kombat 2 than he was in the first film, since he bickered with her more than anyone else. I wouldn't be surprised if Kano targeted Sonya in the sequel. However, there's a chance that Johnny Cage will step in to fight Kano instead, since they have similar personalities. Seeing a fight between Johnny Cage and Kano will be amazing. In fact, I would be thrilled if Kano is Johnny Cage's first opponent in Mortal Kombat 2. So with that being said, I wanted to know how do you all feel in chat. Who do you think would be a better opponent for Johnny Cage? Whether it's Katana, Sonya, Kano, Baraka, Shao Kahn, and I will answer all of that in my community tab in a poll. Let me know which characters would be the perfect opponent for Johnny Cage in his first fight in Mortal Kombat 2.